Have you ever wondered what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who only talk about them? What if I told you that the key to turning your biggest aspirations into reality lies not in waiting for the perfect moment, but in taking the first step, no matter how small? This is the story of Alex, a young man who spent years dreaming of success but never dared to act, until one fateful encounter forced him to confront the truth about his own inaction. What started as a casual conversation in a park would become the spark that ignited a journey of transformation, resilience, and ultimately triumph. But how did Alex go from a dreamer to a doer? And what can his story teach us about the power of waking up to our own potential? Let's dive in and find out. In a small, peaceful town, there lived a young man named Alex, 20 years old, who always carried a big dream: to become wealthy and successful. Alex often told his friends and family about his dream, about how one day he would open a big store and become a famous entrepreneur. But those were just empty words. Alex never took any action. He lived in a fantasy world where everything was easy and success came naturally. Every day, Alex woke up, scrolled through social media, read about other people's success stories, and dreamed about his future. He believed that one day, opportunity would come knocking and turn his dream into reality. But as the days passed, Alex remained just a young man with passionate words but no real change. One afternoon, while wandering in the park, Alex happened to meet a middle-aged man dressed elegantly, reading a book on a bench. The man's eyes exuded wisdom and experience. Little did Alex know, this man was a famous billionaire, Mr. Johnson, who had built his career from scratch. Alex approached and struck up a conversation. He told Mr. Johnson about his dream of opening a big store and becoming a successful entrepreneur. Mr. Johnson listened attentively, then asked, "How long have you been dreaming about this?" Alex replied without hesitation, "Since I was 10 years old." Mr. Johnson nodded and asked, "What have you done to prepare for this dream?" Alex hesitated. He looked down and said softly, I haven't prepared anything. I'm waiting until I have enough money, enough connections, and find someone to help me before I start." Mr. Johnson looked at Alex with a serious expression and said, "Son, dreams will never come true if you don't take action. You can't just sit there and wait for opportunities to come. You need to wake up and start with the smallest steps." Mr. Johnson's words struck Alex like a bolt of lightning. He realized he had wasted too much time on distant dreams. Alex decided to change. He started with the smallest things, researching the market, learning about financial management, and even taking on part-time jobs to save money. Every day, Alex reminded himself, do something to get closer to your dream. He began writing down his plans, breaking them into smaller goals, and taking steps to achieve them. Despite facing difficulties and failures, Alex didn't give up. He remembered Mr. Johnson's advice. Dreams aren't something you wait for, they're something you pursue. Years passed, and Alex gradually matured. He had saved up a small amount of capital and decided to open a small store. At first, things weren't easy. There were days when the store had no customers, and Alex felt discouraged and wanted to quit. But every time, he remembered Mr. Johnson's advice and kept going. Alex never stopped learning, improving his services, and finding ways to attract customers. Gradually, his store gained a reputation, and more customers came. Alex didn't stop at just one store. He expanded his business, built his brand, and became a successful entrepreneur. 10 years later, Alex had become a well-known entrepreneur. One day at an investor meeting event, he unexpectedly ran into Mr. Johnson. Alex walked up, shook his hand, and said, "Thank you so much, sir. Your advice changed my life." Mr. Johnson smiled, his eyes filled with pride. "You've done very well, but remember, success isn't a destination. It's a journey of continuous learning and growth. Alex looked back on his journey from a young man who only dreamed to a successful entrepreneur. He understood that dreams only come true when you wake up and take action. Alex's story isn't just about success. It's a lesson in perseverance, effort, and most importantly, daring to start with the smallest steps. Alex's story is a reminder to all of us. If you have a big dream, the first thing you need to do is wake up and take action. Dreams aren't something you wait for. They're something you pursue. Start with the smallest steps, and you'll find the path to success.